presents the Smart Modified Tour, powered by Pace-O-Matic. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get boiling, and drivers, start your engine!
Well, I burn my rubber on the weekend, fast as I can. And I'm mine at the finish line. You can leave me there, 'cause I'm always on the run. Well, we don't go home till the job gets done. Till the job gets done.
It's America's fastest 3/8 of a mile oval, Orange County Speedway, just about 20 miles north of Durham, North Carolina. And tonight, it's the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic, race number 4 on the season, the Rumble in Rougemont. And this one is all about the belt in Pace-O-Matic Victory Lane here tonight. 21 modifieds on hand. We've already had practice and qualifying. The fast time qualifier tonight, the winner of the Pace-O-Matic Pole Award, the K2 Barbecue Sauces number 15 machine for Bryce Bailey out of Waverly, New York. But by virtue of a redraw tonight, the top 8 qualifiers drew for position, and on the pole, the Shitty Coolers number 2 for the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman. Newman, the former Daytona 500 winner, 2-time winner in the Smart Series, and tonight he will lead the field to the green flag. And you see to the inside of Ryan Newman's car, the belt held by Chris Honeycutt, walking the field today to show the drivers, show the fans, show the teams what they will receive in Victory Lane here tonight, what will be presented to the winner. The Rumble in Rougemont coveted belt held by Chris Honeycutt. Pre-race ceremonies happening right now here at Orange County Speedway. We're just moments away from driver introductions here today. It's been a beautiful day in this part of North Carolina. Temperatures in that 80-degree range. Blue skies overhead, but the sun is beginning to set. Everybody has practiced and qualified in the heat of the day. And now the track conditions will change as the temperatures drop here in Rougemont, North Carolina. Hello, everybody. I am Bob Dillner, the voice of the Smart Modified Tour. Thanks for watching on Flow Racing tonight. We have a stellar field, some top chauffeurs in the Smart Series, starting near the back of the field here today, and other hot shots up front here today. It's going to be a dynamic battle for 99 laps today here in this part of North Central North Carolina. Of course, the Final Four happening tonight. A lot of Duke fans in attendance here tonight, getting ready to cheer on their team. Not me, but a lot of fans are. But tonight, we're not going to pay attention to basketball. It's all about mighty modified racing here in the Tar Heel State. So let's meet the drivers in tonight's starting lineup here for the Rumble in Rougemont, and we will start at the tail of the field. This driver from Mooresville, North Carolina, a 7-time crate modified winner. He's driving the 7NY for Jack Baldwin. Starting 20th, this driver led at New River All-American Speedway in the coast of North Carolina last year. John Michael Chanette will start 20th in the number 8. Starting 19th here tonight out of Reedy Creek, North Carolina. He drives the number 21 car, and 8th place finishes best at Orange County Speedway. It's Jimmy Wallace. Starting 18th, the driver of the number 99 for Jamie and Cheryl Tomeno. He sits second in the point standings. Coming into this race, Jake Crum. Starting 17th. Not the qualifying effort that he wanted here tonight. A two-time winner in the Smart Series, as well as a former NASCAR Truck Series winner. It's Joey Coulter in the 02. Starting 16th, making his 170th start in the Smart Modified Tour. He's the driver of the number 40 with 22 wins to his credit. It's Frank Fleming. Starting 15th here tonight, and a good-looking black and yellow ride. Finished 8th last year in the Rumble at Rougemont. And the number 18, it's Daniel Yates. Starting 14th in that coveted number 23 red ride here on the Smart Modified Tour. A 5-time winner in 2024 and the defending winner of this race, it's the kid, Carson Lofton. Here's going to be another round of applause for this next driver. Starting in lucky number 13 spot here tonight. Driver of the number 4 out of Walnut Cove, North Carolina. A 4th-generation racer out of the Myers family. It's Slate Myers. Starting 12th, right ahead of his son. In the number 1, Citrus Safe Grill Cleaners, Pinnacle Financial, 97-time winner in the Bowman Gray Stadium Modifieds. It's Bert the Ace Myers. Starting 11th. He's a 2-time winner here at Orange County Speedway and Tour Type Modified Competition. This driver also a Bowman Gray Stadium NASCAR Modified champion. It is Brandon Ward. And now let's meet your top 10 starters in the Rumble in Rougemont. This next driver hails from the Sunshine State of Florida. He led 21 laps in Anderson, South Carolina a couple of races ago. In the number 48, it's Johnny Keeveman. On the inside of row number 5, this guy knows Orange County Speedway very well. A winner in limited late model competition and late model stock car competition at this racetrack. Driver of the 16, it's Jonathan Cash. Starting 8th, he's got one of the most famous last names in racing. His dad, a former Daytona 500 winner. He drives the Bass Pro Shops number 40 for 14-year-old Carter McMurray. The youth has gone wild on the Smart Modified Tour this year. And take a look no further than the next driver in our starting lineup. He'll line up 7th here tonight. He's 3rd in the point standings. Out of New Jersey in the 73, it's Paulie Hartwig III. Starting on the outside of row number 3, another youngster in the Smart Modified Tour, currently 4th in the series point standings in the Hillbilly Motorsports 79. It's Joey Braun. This next race car is famous down here in the South. The Curb Records, number 77. He's won more than 20 times at Stafford Motor Speedway in Connecticut. Put your hands together for Mike Christopher Jr. Starting on the outside of row number 2 in the 4th position. He's a 2-time Pace-O-Matic Pole Award winner this year in the Smart Modified Tour by virtue of his 2nd here today in the Shady Grady Racing number 15. It's Bryce Bailey. Starting 3rd on the inside of row number 2. Good-looking red and black machine, that number 06. For Motor Miles Smart Modified Tour winner a couple of years ago, it's Sammy Ramo. And on the outside of the front row for the Rumble in Rougemont, a 3-time winner on the Smart Modified Tour, made his NASCAR Trucks debut at Martinsville. It's Luke Baldwin. And leading the field to the green tonight for the Rumble in Rougemont, a former Daytona 500 winner and a two-time winner on the Smart Modified Tour. It's the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman. The biggest applause of all tonight for Ryan Newman. He's had a difficult year to start this season, but hoping to turn it around here tonight. He finished second in this race just 2 years ago. Ryan Newman quietly fifth in the point standings coming into this race. Taking a look at the point standings, Luke Baldwin, the defending series champion, leads the point brigade coming into this race, the fourth of the season. Jake Crum in the 99, who starts way back in this field, second in the point standings, minus 15 back. Paulie Hartwig, we talked about him. He starts seventh here tonight in that orange number 73. He's third in the point standings. And then the kid out of Long Island, New York in the 79, Joey Braun, has himself a good starting spot here tonight. He's fourth overall in the point standings. I want to say a big thank you to so many of the supporters of the Smart Modified Tour, powered by Pace-O-Matic, including Pace-O-Matic, Citrus Safe Grill Cleaners, Bankers Life Insurance, Carolina Drilling, Jostens, and so many more. And a new sponsor this year for the entire season of the Smart Modified Tour, Dominion Energy, which presented the race just a couple of weeks ago in South Boston, Virginia, where we crowned another king of the modifieds, Matt Hirschman. You look at this field and you can look a little bit further back at some people that might be significant role makers in this race. Maybe the 0-2 machine of Joey Coulter, plagued with bad luck in that Gray Ghost 0-2. Joey Coulter, the former NASCAR Trucks winner, 8th in points coming into this one. He's been fast in every race, but he's had misfortune. And last year in this race, he had misfortune here as well. His car, his engine grenaded down in between turns 3 and 4. Fire from the engine department in that race car, hoping to turn it around. But Joey Coulter's got a long way to go in this one. He will start 17th. Awaiting the drivers to buckle into their race cars, get ready for battle here today. 99 laps will settle the score, and the champion's belt will be awarded in Victory Lane at Orange County Speedway. Last year here, Blake Barney crossed the finish line first, the driver from New Jersey, who is actually helping Bryce Bailey here tonight in the number 15. He was disqualified for an engine infraction in post-race tech that awarded the win to the number 23, the red car of Carson Lofton out of Lexington, North Carolina tonight. Not the best qualifying effort for Carson Lofton, who's running the Cars Tour Late Model Stock Car Series this season. Carson Lofton will line up 14th in tonight's starting grid. A pair of veterans in row number 6. The 04 KevinSaysYes.com machine, Brandon Ward, we've mentioned, a winner 2 times over here at Orange County Speedway, looking for his first victory of the season. He's won 6 times on the Smart Modified Tour. To his outside in row number 6, starting in 12th, that Pinnacle Financial Citrus Safe Grill Cleaners machine. For Burt Myers, a 3-time champion and a 12-time winner in the Smart Modified Tour. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the grandstands here tonight, we're going to count down from 3 to 1, and then we're going to give the command to fire engines here today for the Smart Modified Tour. So if you're ready, on my count, 3, 2, 1, drivers, start your engines. To 600 horsepower times 21 cars come to life at Orange County Speedway. It's a sight and sound like no other. The ground pounders, the modifieds, 15-inch tires and that 600 horsepower underneath the hood. will rock the night here in Rougemont, North Carolina as the sun begins to set in this part of the country. Inside row number 3 sits a driver whose family name has a lot of history here in modified racing. It's Mike Christopher Jr. driving for Gary Putnam in the 77. Mike Christopher Jr.'s dad, Mike, supposedly watching from back at home in New England. One of the best drivers ever to ever sit behind the wheel of a race car at Stafford Motor Speedway outside of Hartford, Connecticut. Mike's uncle, TC, Teddy Christopher, one of the best ever in modified racing. Won NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour shows, so many races at Stafford Motor Speedway, Thompson, you name it. TC, one of the best in the business and a former winner in a start way back when in the Smart Modified Tour. So we appreciate Mike Christopher Jr. getting this incredible opportunity here tonight with Gary Putnam to wheel that number 77 machine. We get a look at Brandon Ward in the 04. Jonathan Cash in that black and yellow number 16. He could be a threat for victory here tonight. Had a miserable showing, got caught up as an innocent bystander in a wreck at South Boston Speedway. Jonathan Cash with a bunch of wins here at Orange County on the high banks. Getting some heat in those tires right now. There you see Ryan Newman on the point in that blue and orange number 2 to his outside. One of the hottest drivers in America right now, especially among the youth, and that is Luke Baldwin, 18 years old out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Third generation modified racer. His granddad, the Tiger, Tom Baldwin, one of the legends of modified racing. His dad turned wrenches on modifieds, came south, and was a Daytona 500 winner as a crew chief for Ward Burton back in the day. So ladies and gentlemen, get your phones out, and we invite you to help us right now. We need everyone in attendance to get out of your seat and get up on your feet. The Smart Stars want to thank you, the best racing fans in America. This is our salute to open wheels, to chrome horns, and 600 horsepower. The ground pounders, the mod squad. This is the Smart Modified Tour. And a big thank you to Pace-O-Matic, because without them, we could not do what we do. These drivers could not turn on the performances that they do here, like at Orange County Speedway each and every year. Next time by, it'll be 1 to go until we go green for 99 laps of battle for the Smart Modified Tour. That second row, Sammy Ramo, an aggressive driver from Massachusetts on the inside. To his outside, Bryce Bailey in that Shady Grady Racing number 15. Bailey has qualified in the top 8 for every race so far this year, but really has nothing to show for it. He's been bitten by the bad luck bug. Does that turn around here today for Bryce Bailey and that Shady Grady Racing number 15? He's been down, but he's not out, and he's hoping to capture the belt awarded to the winner here today. Some say there's nothing that compares to Orange County Speedway. It's a driver's racetrack with bumps that add character and banking that only feeds the need for speed. Well, tonight, these modified drivers live by the grace of God at 600 horsepower. Ryan Newman captured that top spot, but here comes Sammy Ramo. It'll be Ramo with the lead on the first lap in the Rumble in Rougemont. Luke Baldwin to the inside. Newman having trouble. Not liking that race car. The yellow flag is out here at Orange County. We're getting a report that the 79 of Joey Braun, who had a good qualifying effort here today, lined up sixth. He hit the wall, making sure the track is clear, but that Hillbilly Motorsports car with Joey Braun, the 21-year-old out of Long Island, New York, with very limited modifying experience, hit the wall here, rubbed it, so making sure that everything is okay down in turn number one. Braun, what a talent for David Hill and this team this year. They came to test at Orange County. They were ready for battle. Don't know exactly what happened, but unfortunate circumstance for Joey Braun early in this race. One of the Racing Electronics Rookie of the Year competitors. He'll pull his car to the attention of his team down on pit road. It looks like that right rear tire rubbed the wall on that sun drop machine. You can see the Hoosier lettering kind of rubbed into that tire a little bit. Almost looks like a white wall around the right rear tire on Joey Braun's machine. The team has checked out that race car. He had lost a bunch of spots. Why not bring it down pit road, check it out, make sure it's okay. He'll rejoin at the rear of the field. So far in this race, it's Sammy Ramo, second, Ryan Newman, who was being threatened for that spot prior to the caution by the 7VA, that Bill Stanley and Hermie Sadler owned machine for Luke Baldwin. I want to say a big hey and a shout out to Bill Stanley of the Stanley Law Group, a big supporter of the Smart Modified Tour. Fourth place, Bryce Bailey in the number 15. K2 Barbecue Sauces, Steve's Tire and Automotive on the side of that car. Just got myself some K2 Barbecue Sauce jars here today. Looking forward to maybe hitting the grill, maybe using some Citrus Safe grill cleaner to clean my grill tomorrow, and then putting something on the grill and pouring some K2 barbecue sauces on it. Fifth place right now, the 77 Curb Records machine for Mike Christopher Jr. How about this? Mike Christopher Jr. running for Gary Putnam, who has won a Tour Type Modified Series event here at Orange County Speedway several years ago. That rounds out the top five. Sixth place here tonight, the number 40 machine, the Bass Pro Shops car for the 14-year-old Carter McMurray. Double file, one to go, and we'll go back racing here in Rougemont. Just one lap complete, 98 more to go. Just as a reminder, at the end of lap 30, that will conclude Bell Helmets stage number one. At that time, a checkered flag with the Bell Helmets logo will be presented. The caution will be thrown, and drivers will get the opportunity to come down pit road if they want, or we will refire and go green once again. In the Pace-O-Matic restart zone, Ryan Newman on the inside, Sammy Ramo on the outside. Ramo able to grab that top spot again. Baldwin in the 7VA looking to the outside. Ryan Newman, much better start this time around. Battle is for fourth on back. Carter McMurray kind of lost the grip on that race car coming off the corner. He loses a couple of spots. So right now it's Baldwin third. Bailey in the 15 is fourth, and Christopher in the 77 fifth. McMurray on the bottom side of the racetrack. Jonathan Cash will get by for the sixth spot. McMurray glued to the bottom. That opens up the door on the outside. Brandon Ward trying to go by McMurray in the 40. McMurray and Brandon Ward. Brandon Ward, a six-time winner of the Smart Modified Tour, going to be able to get the spot, move him up another to seventh. The top five locked down, but Jonathan Cash The 77 of Mike Christopher Jr. trying to make moves on Bryce Bailey right now for that 4th spot. Jay Cash in the Pace-O-Matic 16 VA. Very good at this racetrack. Got his first ever win here. Won in limiteds, won in late model stock cars as well. Finished 3rd here in the Smart Modified Tour a couple of years ago. Hoping to redeem his season. A bad break for him at South Boston. Got caught up in a mess. He's right on the bottom side of the track, battling to get into 5th. Cannot get the run up off the corner. Sometimes you go to the bottom. You try to hook that left front on the bottom to turn that race car. Jonathan Cash has not been able to do so just yet. Go back to the lead. Ryan Newman starting to stalk Sammy Ramo. Ramo, the Boston Red Sox fan from New England, coming down south to try to grab himself another victory in the Smart Modified Tour. Everybody in the top 5 kind of settled out. A little bit further back, though, we have some battling going on by some young hotshots. Right at the tail end of the top 10, Carter McMurray still on the bottom side. That's Slate Myers, the 16-year-old, 4th generation Myers family racer, getting by Carter McMurray. McMurray started in the top 10 in the 8th spot and is now fading outside the top 10. He's back to 12th. Daniel Yates in that black and yellow machine. A good year so far for Daniel Yates. Comes into this one in that 18 car, 7th in the point standings, hoping to pick up another spot on that 40 machine for Carter McMurray. Behind that battle, coming into the fray, the red number 23. That is Carson Lofton. Big surprise after a poor qualifying effort for him. He started in 14th, but right now, Lofton's still running in the 14th spot. Slate Myers has just gotten by Dad, so the number 4 has passed the number 1. That Pinnacle Citrus Safe number 1 machine for Burt Myers. Myers hoping to ride and move his way through the front of this field. He wants to be near the top 5 at the conclusion of the Bell Helmet stage number 1 at lap 30. Right now, going the wrong way is Burt Myers. As Daniel Yates going to the inside of the 23. Carson Lofton can't pull off the move. Here comes Joey Braun. Remember, Braun brought out the first caution on lap number 1 after that great qualifying effort. That orange and black machine picking up some spots, trying to redeem himself 17 laps into this race. The Citrus Safe Grill Cleaners Carolina drilling drone tonight, high above the 19-degree banking at Orange County Speedway. It's all Sammy Ramo, but starting to get hot and heavy for second. Baldwin looked to the inside. This is a bumpy racetrack with plenty of character. More grip than a lot of people anticipate, but it's lightning quick. You have to be on your marks. Baldwin trying to do that. But behind this here, battle for 4th. Christopher Jr. getting the spot on Bryce Bailey in the 15. Jonathan Cash trying to make the move as well. Cash trying to break into the top 5 still. Up front, it's all Sammy Ramo, but Baldwin is starting to get impatient. Baldwin looking to the inside, but that's not the way you're going to do it. Can't get the momentum off the corner. Back to Jonathan Cash, Baldwin's teammate for S&S Racing. There goes Jonathan Cash looking to the inside of Bryce Bailey. Trying to get to 5th here is Jay Cash. Can he do it? Bailey knows he needs to be calm and steady, not put himself into a bad position, because it has been bad luck in the first 3 races of the season for the driver out of Waverly, New York in the 15. Newman now, the one stalking Sammy Ramo. Baldwin has dropped back by about 3 or 4 car lengths in 3rd. Newman, 2 wins last year on the Smart Modified Tour. 3 wins overall, because he did get that win a couple of years ago at North Wilkesboro. And now the Rocket Man looking to take the lead here in the Rumble in Rougemont. Newman has found himself a new love, and it comes in the form of modified racing, making the transition initially from open wheel racing to the stock cars of NASCAR, being a multi-time winner in the NASCAR Cup Series. He's won in each of the top 3 series in NASCAR, and now coming to the modifieds, a winner on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour back in the day, 3 wins in the Smart Series, looking for his first win of 2025 tonight at Orange County. Got a mishap in turn number 2 that will bring out the caution. Carson Lofton stopped on the racetrack, and so has Burt Myers. Burt Myers, a championship contender. Problems for him in the Rumble in Rougemont. No power on the number 1 right now. Burt Myers talking on his radio. He saw the oil pressure light flicker a couple times, but that car not under power. Burt Myers reporting to his team that he has problems underneath the hood. Possible engine difficulty for the Citra Safe number 1. Bad break for Burt Myers. Looking for his first win since October of last year in South Boston, Virginia. Thought initially maybe a little push start would help him fire that car, but he's got more problems underneath the hood than initially thought on the number 1. Burt Myers talking to his team said he initially saw the oil pressure light flicker, then the engine began to vibrate, but it came back to life and then just quit down in turns 1 and 2 to bring out this caution. Sammy Ramo leads at lap 29, 1 lap shy of the conclusion of Bell Helmets stage number 1. Love seeing a lot of the competitors use the Bell Helmets product. Definitely an innovator in safety equipment with helmets and more. But Bell Helmets, a big supporter of the Smart Modified Tour, and we appreciate what they do not only for the Tour and their support, but keeping drivers safe inside these race cars. Next week we'll be in Hickory, North Carolina for the Hickory 100. The final race in the spring season, if you will, for the Smart Modified Tour before the tour takes a little break for about a month. So next Saturday, we hope you can join us in Hickory, North Carolina. That will be a fun race. 100 laps will be the distance. An old, worn-out racetrack with a lot of history is Hickory Motor Speedway. We hope you can come out. And if you can't, if you're not in the area, make sure you watch On Flow Racing, the official streaming partner of the Smart Modified Tour. The CitraSafe Choose Cone. You can see drivers get the opportunity to choose inside or out for this next restart. Thank you to CitraSafe for all they do for the Modified Tour here for the Smart Series. CitraSafe, the best real cleaner in the business. Find their products, and they have many of them now, not just the degreaser, but you can find those products at stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, and more. Use it on my grill each and every time I use it. Coming back to the green flag here. Sammy Ramo chooses the outside once again. It has worked for him here today so far. Ramo fires. He's going to get the lead into turn number 1. Can Newman stay on the bottom? Will Baldwin take advantage on the outside? Great runoff off the corner for the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman. Newman to the lead here. And he will win Bell Helmet stage number 1. Ryan Newman took advantage of an opportunity. Ramo going high just a little bit. Newman able to get that run up off the corner. Gets himself a couple of extra championship bonus points as well as some cash thanks to Bell Helmets. And for those that are watching the Smart Modified Tour, because there's no other touring series action on Flow Racing tonight, we thank you for checking us out. These are the mighty modifieds of the Smart Modified Tour. It's a lot of fun. 15-inch tires, 600 horsepower, low, light, and left. These are rocket ships with wheels and a blast to watch with the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. We know a lot of you love your dirt racing, sprint cars, dirt late models, modifieds all across the country. Of course, there's some NASCAR local racing going on Flow Racing tonight. But this, because of the weather we're seeing all around the country, is really the only touring opportunity tonight on Flow Racing. And man, I'm one of those. If I don't have one of these gigs with Flow or another TV opportunity, I'm on Flow Racing all the time, going from Stafford Motor Speedway on Friday night. We go to Riverhead Raceway on Saturday, maybe some Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series action, High Limit, and more. Man, it's a racing dream on the weekend. If you're not able to make it to the racetrack, and we know families get in the way, jobs get in the way, you can tune into Flow Racing. So make sure you let everybody know that if you're watching tonight, you need to get yourself some Flow Racing to see all the racing across the country. We mentioned Hickory Motor Speedway coming up next week, Saturday night, underneath the lights at Hickory Motor Speedway. There is Mike Christopher Jr. 4 wins in SK Modified competition last year at Stafford Motor Speedway. Finished second in the SK Modified standings. Christopher going after a title again this year. Told me he's only like 8 short of his dad, Mike Christopher's record of wins at Stafford. And the Sizzler coming up in just a couple of weeks. That will be seen on on Stafford Motor Speedway as well. It's going to be a blast to be able to watch that race. And Stafford Motor Speedway, one of the best races with the Spring Sizzler each and every year. On pit road, see Bryce Bailey in the number 15. Trouble for that race car maybe early on in the going. They've been looking at the front end of that machine. So Bryce Bailey's had a lot of bad luck. We'll see if they're just maybe making some adjustments, because he did make a spiral turn, losing a bunch of spots early on in this race. So maybe just some adjustments on that 15. That's Steve's Tire and Automotive car. And now if you think about it, so Johnny Keeveman on pit road, several others, Frank Fleming, Daniel Yates, Carson Lofton. So maybe we don't have to have another caution in this one. If it stays clean and green, maybe people like Bryce Bailey, Carson Lofton, and others that came down pit road might be sitting pretty if we go green for the rest of this race. Just to remind you of the rules for the Smart Modified Tour, if you're just watching this series for the first time, each team has one tire at their disposal to put on their race car for this 99-lap race. They can take that tire at any time. Usually they put it on the right rear, maybe change the other tires to get the desired stagger that they want. But that one tire, crucial at places like Orange County Speedway. 69 laps to go. Ramo fires, but Newman gets the jump going into turn number 1. Newman, the winner of Bell Helmet stage number 1, gets the advantage. Baldwin slips up, allows his S&S Racing teammate to go underneath. Jonathan Cash to third. Here comes Paulie Hartwig. Hartwig in the orange 73, the 8th grader, 14 years old, out of Galloway, New Jersey. Looking good early, pushing that car maybe a little bit too hard early on. But on the restarts, that's when you got to get your mojo on. That's when you can get some easy spots. And he got a couple up to 4th and threatening for the 3rd spot on the inside of Jonathan Cash. Hartwig falls in line. Baldwin losing another spot. Mike Christopher Jr. going by the 7VA. So Christopher in 5th. Baldwin back to 6th. 7th is Brandon Ward. 8th, Slate Myers. 9th place, just got to the spot. Trying to get 8th now is Joey Coulter. Coulter in the 0-2. Coulter started way back in 17th in this race and is charging hard to the front. He's been fast in every race so far this year, but has had difficulty. Myers back there in the point standing, sits 8th, but he could be a championship contender with a couple of consistent runs. Joey Braun, remember, brought out the first caution. Almost an oh no moment there for Slate Myers. A little wiggle, maybe a little contact with Joey Braun in the 79. Jason Myers, his uncle, his crew chief, telling Slate, hey, if the car's so good, don't make it look like it's not around this racetrack in the last caution period. Slate Myers looks like he's got a handful with the wheel of that car. Carter McMurray going to the bottom side. No, that's Jake Crum. And there is Mike Christopher Jr. to the inside of Paulie Hartwig. He picks up a spot, so Christopher up to 4th. There's Joey Braun. Braun having a pretty good run here. The 40 of Carter McMurray out in front of him. But I want to look at that car on the inside groove. The 99 of Jake Crum, 2nd in points, worst qualifying effort of the year, struggling a little bit. Now I will tell you that car took a hard lick at South Boston Speedway a couple of races ago. Actually 2 weeks ago at South Boston Speedway. A front clip and a rear clip on that Jamie and Cheryl Tomeno owned machine. It's not operating like it had been in the first 3 races of the season. Jake Crum in a little bit of trouble here tonight at Orange County in the early going. Jack Baldwin in the 7NY. Baldwin up to 11th. He started last, 21st in this field. He's in the white 7NY. Trying to pick up another spot on Slate Myers. 3 rookies, actually 4, count them, all in a row. Christopher continues his charge to the front. He got by Jonathan Cash for 3rd, now working on 2nd with Sammy Ramo. Christopher charges to the inside, side by side with Sammy Ramo. The 2 New Englanders getting it done. Sideways is the 77, opens back up the inside lane for Sammy Ramo. Ramo back to 2nd. Christopher says, gonna give you a knock on the back bumper. Didn't like something there, but Christopher charging hard as we're approaching the halfway point in this race. Newman has about an 8 to 10 car length lead here. We mentioned Joey Coulter. Coulter continuing his march to the front. Coulter in 8th, he won 7th. Brandon Ward in the 04 has it. Paulie Hartwig, remember that impressive run? He's the orange 73. Maybe burned up his tires a little bit. Kind of losing a couple of spots here at the halfway point in this race. Ryan Newman will be the Dominion Energy halfway leader in this race in the Shitty Coolers number 2 with Randy Renfro turning the wrenches on that machine. Baldwin in front of Hartwig. Hartwig in the 73 in front of the 04 of Brandon Ward. And Ward kind of holding up Joey Coulter right now. By the way, Coulter's wife, Jessica, racer in her own right. Little tussle with Brandon Ward in the hauler. They were having fun. Jessica does some MMA stuff. Took Brandon Ward down. You can find it on Derek Perniciglio's social media and Kevin Powell's Speed Motorsports. We like to have fun here with the Smart Tour. 52 laps into this one. Still plenty of time to go, but the question is now, for a lot of these guys up front, when is the caution going to come out? We have a battle for 2nd brewing now. Mike Christopher Jr. to the inside of Sammy Ramo. We've seen this happen, deja vu all over again, and Christopher has the runner-up spot 54 laps in. A little calm before the storm, if you will. Now everybody's settled into their groove. A little space between everybody in the top 10. The closest battle on the racetrack, Paulie Hartwig in that 73. The 04 of Brandon Ward going to his inside. Ward wants that 6th spot. We told you Ward is good. Ward, a 2-time winner here. Getting ready for his Bowman Gray Stadium title run again in just a couple of weeks. Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem, North Carolina will open their NASCAR modified season on Saturday, April 19th. You can watch that live on Flow Racing, and Brandon Ward will be a favorite for the title in that car. Brandon Ward gets 6th in the Rumble in Rougemont. Anybody looking for a caution? I'm looking out my window and I see the 48 of Johnny K, who started in the top 10, struggling a little bit. That car was wiggling for the last half a lap. Now shooting up the racetrack, maybe a problem, something to watch as we look at Joey Coulter battle with Paulie Hartwig. Look at Coulter's run today, all the way from 17th and trying to get 7th here past the halfway point in the Rumble in Rougemont. Coulter nice and steady, not pushing that throttle too much to burn up those tires. He's up another spot. So Coulter continues his impressive run. Jonathan Cash now going to the inside of Sammy Ramo. Cash's best run of the season so far in the Pace-O-Matic 16 VA. Baldwin now has caught Ramo. Maybe Ramo pushed it a little bit too much early in the going. Will we get a caution though? Ramo probably hoping for that caution. He seems to be out of group grip with that 06 machine. Here comes Baldwin now. Ramo, a victim of maybe tire wear here in this race. Side by side, we're right in front of that. Coulter, Ward, but there is Baldwin and Ramo. Ramo locking down the 4th spot, but for how long? Baldwin all over him, and now Brandon Ward and Coulter are there as well. Christopher has caught Newman. Newman, what a miserable start to the season for him. A little consistency in the first 2 races. Trouble at South Boston. Ryan Newman, not the prototypical Ryan Newman we normally see here on the Smart Modified Tour. But tonight, it has all changed for the Rocket Man. Ryan Newman back on top so far, going after his 4th win in the Smart Modified Tour. We will keep our eyes peeled here. Christopher, another one who's been abusing his tires. Mike Christopher Jr. to the inside of Ryan Newman. Coming to complete lap 70. Newman not wanting to give it up. Trying to pin Christopher on the slower car of Daniel Yates, and he will. Newman continues to lead at Orange County. I think everybody that didn't pit is praying for a caution right now. 71 laps in, the double box on your screen now for Flow Racing. On the right side of your screen, the battle for the lead. The 2 of Ryan Newman trying to hold off the 77 of Mike Christopher Jr. On the left side of your screen, we're watching the march by Joey Coulter in the Gray Ghost 02. Coulter on the move, trying to get past Baldwin. That will move him into the 5th spot, and he's got it. Hold on. Brandon Ward stuck his nose on the inside of Baldwin. Baldwin had to check up. He lost another spot, so Brandon Ward, aggressive move, but a determined move to get by Baldwin. Move Brandon Ward now up to 6th. Closing in on 20 laps to go. Another valiant effort by Christopher, slides high, almost gets into Ryan Newman. Man, that was a dirt move if you've ever seen it on pavement. Almost tried the slide job, couldn't get in front of Ryan Newman, but Newman not letting him go easy. Newman finally will let Mike Christopher get the lead. MC to the lead in the Rumble in Rougemont. I tell you what, I grew up watching Mike Christopher's dad, Mike Christopher Sr., TC, Teddy Christopher, that's Junior's uncle. They were some of the toughest competitors modified racing has ever seen. This kid gets the call on Wednesday, and we got a caution. Slate Myers spins around in turns 1 and 2 at Orange County to bring out the caution with 20 laps to go. Myers has been in trouble in that race car, trying to hold a smooth wheel with an ill-handling race car, and he brings out the caution. Now you're going to see a flurry of activity on pit road. And maybe, just maybe, drivers that pitted earlier maybe stay out, play a little game here. Yes, this is a rough racetrack. Yes, it's got bumps and bruises all over the place. But a lot of drivers today saying there's a lot more grip here at Orange County than many expect. Good report from the Slate Myers crew who is on pit road right now. They think it's just the Nerf bar and maybe another one of the bumper bars in the right rear of that machine, listening into their radio with our Racing Electronics race communication right now. But Slate Myers bringing out the caution with 20 to go here tonight. We'll take a quick break here on Flow Racing, and we'll come back with the dash for the cash, the dash for the belt at Orange County Speedway.
You built this?
It was easy once I found the parts.
Looks like you need a break. The General gives you one with flexible payment options.
Look, a chemical reaction!
Oh! For a great low rate, go with the General.
Hit it again, Jen.
Ninja Frost Vault is drinking food's favorite cooler. The cold, dry zone that keeps food separate, dry, and fridge temp for days. No more soggy sandwiches. Where heavy-duty strength meets premium ice retention. With Ninja Frost Vault.
My name's Ethan. I started smoking menthol cigarettes to be just like the cool guys in the ads. Here's my tip. There's nothing cool about smoking and having a stroke. I guess they forgot to mention that in the ads.
Tobacco companies aggressively target black communities with menthol ads. You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Here comes everybody, the brigade of leaders to pit road. Ryan Newman among them. Leader Mike Christopher Jr. actually pitting on the backstretch here. There are several teams pitting on the backstretch because the front stretch doesn't have room for all the competitors. There you see the 0-4, and there is Ryan Newman, who has led a bunch of this race tonight in that number 2 machine. This is a view from the Carolina Drilling Citrus Safe Grill Cleaners drone coverage. We thank you to Jason Tutterow, as well as Tommy Lancaster for their support, not only of the series, but providing the drone coverage each and every week with Bryson Brothers Aerial Solutions. And just to give you an idea here, I sounded like a Long Islander there, idea here of what's going on. You see some of the cars exiting pit road. This is a controlled caution. So if you come down pit road, you will not lose the position that you ran against the others that came down pit road, but those that didn't pit will start in front of you. And that's why it's a controlled caution. It's a safety mechanism for the Smart Modified Tour. So Ryan Newman, his team, others like the S&S cars, you see them, Jonathan Cash, the 16, the 7 of Luke Baldwin, taking their time with some adjustments. They will come back out on the pit road and will be lined up by virtue of where they were prior to this caution among the cars that came down pit road. There's Baldwin trying to capture his second victory of the season. Baldwin won at Anderson, South Carolina in the second race of the year. There's Newman heading out as well, Justin Mincy, who's got the stop and go sign at the end of pit road. Gotta love when the spotter stand is right close to the tower. A little bit of debate going on, if you will, with some of the teams and where everybody is lined up. So it looks like the only car to have stayed out, quite possibly the number 40 car of Frank Fleming. Fleming was still on the lead lap. Fleming stays out, and we believe that he will be scored the leader of this race coming back to the green flag. But everybody behind him has fresher rubber than does Frank Fleming, a 22-time Smart Modified Tour winner. One of the greatest racers in Southern Modified Racing is the guy that sits behind the wheel of that 40 machine. His brother Chris will start another championship hunt at Bowman Gray Stadium in a couple of weeks, running for a championship at that Winston-Salem racetrack. And by the way, Frank's brother Chris already won a race back when the Cup Series had the clash at Bowman Gray Stadium earlier this year. Make sure you get on social media, tag at @smartmods_. I'm at Bob Dillner. Let us know what you think of tonight's race. Hopefully you're liking what you're seeing. It's really the only touring series option on Flow Racing tonight because Mother Nature not too kind to other tracks around America. I believe Hickory Motor Speedway non-touring show with Wyatt Miller running down there in Hickory. The Smart Modified Tour will be at Hickory next Saturday night underneath the lights for the Hickory 100. The Citra Safe Choose cone is out. It appears as though Frank Fleming in the 40 car has chosen the outside of that front row, leaving the inside open for the driver that was the leader at this caution, Mike Christopher Jr. in that Gary Putnam-owned number 77. Ryan Newman on the inside of that second row, Joey Coulter on the outside. Be interesting to see what Frank Fleming can do on this restart. 20 to go in the Rumble in Rougemont. Fleming hangs tough on the outside. Christopher gets the lead. Newman back to second, 3 wide, going down the backstretch. That was a close call. Jonathan Cash back up to third. Joey Coulter back to fourth. Brandon Ward in fifth. Woo, Nelly, that was close. Side by side. Paulie Hartwig with a little bit of trouble. But here's the side-by-side battle for fourth. On the inside, it's Brandon Ward, and he's able to fend off Coulter. Battle for the lead. Here comes Newman. Newman looking for the top spot again. Ooh, he slides a little bit high, slides up into Jonathan Cash. A little bumper tag down there in 3 and 4. Newman regains his composure. Yellow flag back out. John Michael Chanette brings out the caution as he stopped in turn number 4. Chanette scheduled to run up at Thompson Speedway in Connecticut, the northeast corner of Connecticut, but by virtue of this bad weather most of America is having, they had to postpone that event to Wednesday night. So John Michael Chanette came down here, ran with the Smart Modified Tour, but brings out this caution. Let's roll through the top 10. Mike Christopher Jr., the leader of this race, the standout at Stafford Motor Speedway outside of Hartford, Connecticut. Getting ready to go for a title there when the Spring Sizzler starts in just a couple of weeks. Behind him sits the number 2 Shitty Coolers machine for Ryan Newman. Newman, no wins. 5th in points coming into this race here tonight. And then there's Jonathan Cash, a pair of top 10s. To start the season for the driver, the black and yellow number 16. Miserable event at South Boston Speedway, trying to get back on track. This is one of his favorite racetracks, and he's hoping to get the job done for his first smart victory here tonight. And then there's Brandon Ward, the veteran of all sorts of wars in the South. Pro Cup, late model stock cars, super late models, you name it. And now in modified competition, Brandon Ward, the NASCAR modified champion at Bowman Gray Stadium a couple of years ago, sits 4th right now in that KevinSaysYes.com number 04. The person that we've been watching from 17th to 5th is Joey Coulter in that Torch Eyewear SRI Performance machine. The Gray Ghost, looking very strong, but does he have anything for the stronger cars in front of him? That remains to be seen for the conclusion of this race. 6th place, the 14-year-old kid, the 73 of Paulie Hartwig III. Hartwig got some scars on the sidewalls of those tires. And there you see everybody lined up, getting ready to go back green. They just went by the Citrus Safe Choose Cone that we use here in the Smart Modified Tour. I'm told the new Choose Cone will make its debut at Hickory possibly next week on a Saturday night. Newman looked strong prior to that caution. Does he have anything for Mike Christopher Jr.? They will fire in the Pace-O-Matic restart zone off of turn 4. Good restart by Christopher. Brandon Ward trying to stick his nose to the inside of Newman for 2nd. Can't do it. 3 wide. 3 wide off of turn number 4 for 3rd. Hartwig thinks better of it. Now Brandon Ward to the inside. Jonathan Cash on the outside. Newman can't get the mojo off the corner. Newman a little tap to the back bumper of Mike Christopher Jr. Look out. Things heating up in the late going in the Rumble in Rougemont for the Smart Modifieds. Newman all over the back bumper of Christopher. Brandon Ward's got a very good race car in the 04 machine. Jonathan Cash is there and Paulie Hartwig. Hartwig, one of the Cinderella stories of 2025. Dives down low in 3 and 4. Not going to be able to get the run up off the corner to make the move. Hartwig just so impressive at 14 years old in the 73. He's in 5th. Christopher and Newman and Brandon Ward, the top 3. They're the heavy hitters at the front of this field. Christopher trying to invade the Smart Modified Tour and pick up the win like his uncle TC did years ago. Brandon Ward might have something to say about that. Ward, part-time competitor with the Smart Modified Tour this year, full-time at Bowman Gray Stadium, going after another NASCAR title, but also fielding some late model stock cars with the Cars Tour and other areas as well. So a lot going on in Brandon Ward's life right now. But right now, he's hoping for victory tonight at Orange County. Hartwig going back to the inside of Jonathan Cash. Both of these drivers good, but not as good as the 3 cars in front of them, at least not yet. Hartwig, 3rd in points. Oh, hard into the wall in turn number 1. Carter McMurray. My, oh my. It looked like a tire went down on the 40 machine for Carter McMurray and slammed into the turn 1 wall. Wow. A hard lick for Carter McMurray, 14 years old, one of the Racing Electronics Rookie of the Year competitors. Window net is down on Carter McMurray's machine. We've seen him moving inside the cockpit of that race car. We were just told Carter McMurray okay behind the wheel of the 40 car. What a hard lick going down into turn number 1 for Carter McMurray, so that's good news from our smart officials. Wow. Whatever happened right in front of our booth. Saw a plume of smoke. Then a hard lick down into turn number 1. Was able to scrub a little bit of speed off on that front stretch wall before it arced going down into the corner. Seven to go in this one. Brandon Ward is coming down pit road. Brandon Ward battling for the win here. He's got a right rear tire down on the Q104.1 machine. What a bad break for Brandon Ward. That is just devastating for Kevin Powell Speed Motorsports. He was one of a few drivers that had something for Mike Christopher Jr. and Ryan Newman at the end of this race. It won't happen now, as Brandon Ward continues to have bad luck this year with the Smart Modifieds. So we got 7 to go. 7 laps to decide the score. Just outside of Durham, North Carolina, it's the Rumble in Rougemont live on Flow Racing.
Ninja Frostvault is drinking food's favorite cooler, the cold dry zone that keeps food separate, dry, and fridge temp for days. No more soggy sandwiches, where heavy-duty strength meets premium ice retention. With Ninja Frostvault.
Wow, you built this?
It was easy once I found the parts.
Guess I just donated my car to science.
Looks like you need a break. The General gives you one with flexible payment options.
Look, a chemical reaction!
Oh! Quick question. Does that thing have an off button? For a great low rate, go with the General.
Hit it again, Jen.
A year after I quit smoking, I was diagnosed with peripheral artery disease. I needed surgery to restore blood flow to my legs. Later, I found out smoking also caused my kidney cancer, and I needed surgery to remove my kidney. My tip is, quit now. The sooner you quit, the better.
You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
under red flag conditions in the Rumble in Rougemont, 7 laps shy of the conclusion of this race. Carter McMurray hit the wall hard in turn number 1. Officials have told us he is okay. They're trying to clean up that car. They have 2 wreckers out there in the corner, so they're trying to clean up that race car. Brandon Ward, a right rear tire down on that race car. So trouble for the driver from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, who was running in 3rd prior to this caution. By the way, we are in what's also known as basketball territory, right outside of Raleigh-Durham, right outside of Tobacco Road. Of course, Duke playing in the Final Four tonight. This announcer hopes Duke loses tonight. Still very bitter that the Tar Heels didn't get further in March Madness. But at the same time, we have a report from the first game in the Final Four. The Florida Gators take down the Auburn Tigers by a score of 79-73. So the Gators will play the winner of tonight's game. A lot of people in this area hoping it's Duke. But some people up here in the booth are saying Duke is puke. So this is a tough area, okay? This is tough sledding up here. And listen, you know, and we got some crowd noise out there too. In my family, now listen, my brother was an All-American for the Tar Heels in football back in the day. In our family, we always said, Duke is puke, Wake is fake, the one we hate is NC State. You can't go to heaven in a red canoe because God's favorite color is Carolina blue. And of course, I like myself some black and gold as well at App State with the Mountaineers. I'm a professor up there. I work there. I know David likes that. We kid because we care. Except for Duke fans. You should see how, if you're watching on Flow Racing, how we're getting everybody riled up here in the tower, as well as some people, you know, every time I say one thing or the next, a little bit of ovation or some displeasure from the crowd here at Orange County. How far are we away from Tobacco Road? About 20 miles? Okay. Cannot believe that 2 of the best basketball programs in America are literally 8 miles apart from each other. It's just crazy. It's the only time I want to throw something at the TV. I was the one back in the day with the I Hate Christian Laettner shirt. Grayson Allen, one of the biggest crybabies in all of college basketball. I'm really getting people either to love me or hate me right now. We're getting a good look right now of that 40 machine of Carter McMurray, and you can see that car took a licking heading down the front stretch. I believe it's a right front tire that went down. I heard a poof, and then I saw, you know, some smoke and him just clobber the end of the front stretch wall and then just ride the wall around turn number 1 and stopping in the middle of 1 and 2. So while we clean up this mess, we'll take one more break here on Flow Racing for 60 seconds and come back hopefully with the conclusion of the Rumble in Rougemont.
You built this?
It was easy once I found the parts.
Looks like you need a break. The General gives you one with flexible payment options.
Look, a chemical reaction!
Oh! For a great low rate, go with the General.
Hit it again, Jen.
Ninja Frost Vault is drinking food's favorite cooler. The cold, dry zone that keeps food separate, dry, and fridge temp for days. No more soggy sandwiches. Where heavy-duty strength meets premium ice retention. With Ninja Frost Vault.
I'm John. I wanted to quit smoking for years. I tried several different times. Nothing seemed to work for me. But I didn't give up. Eventually, I found the right doctor. And together we came up with a plan that finally worked by by using 2 quit smoking medicines and getting counseling. My tip is, keep trying. You only have to quit for good once.
You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
You built this?
It was easy once I found the parts.
Looks like you need a break. The General gives you one with flexible payment options.
Look, a chemical reaction!
Oh! For a great low rate, go with the General.
Hit it again, Jen.
Ninja Frostvault is game day's favorite cooler. The cold, dry zone that keeps food separate, dry, and fridge temp for days. You can say goodbye to soggy snacks on the sideline and say hello to premium ice protection with Ninja Frostvault.
I didn't want to be seen as somebody who smoked, so I hid it. I hid my smoking when I worked with my tribe. I didn't talk about it with my doctor. I ate right, I exercised. I didn't want to be exposed. Here's my tip. When you're having open heart surgery, you can't hide the damage caused by smoking. Everyone in the room can see it.
You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
The red has been lifted and now under a rolling yellow here in the Rumble in Rougemont. 7 laps to go. Carter McMurray brought out the red because he hit the wall hard going into turn number 1. So still some time left here. Some battles still to be had. Scores to be settled. Since 2000, Pace-O-Matic has assembled an incredibly talented team from top to bottom, built on the grounds of integrity, innovation, and compliance, all of which aligns perfectly with the world of motorsports. As an entertainment company that develops gaming software that players love to play, Pace-O-Matic is all about giving back to local communities, small businesses, and now motorsports as well. To learn more about their history, business, charitable works, and products, check them out on all their social media outlets, as well as visiting their website at paceomatic.com. That's Pace-O-Matic, proud supporter of grassroots initiatives and proud presenting sponsor of the Smart Modified Tour. And folks, in Victory Lane, the Bankers Life Smarty Trophy will be awarded to the winner of the Rumble in Rougemont. And remember, never too late to start planning for your future. Never too late to assure that you and your family are prepared for whatever life may bring. Thankfully, Bankers Life has agents who are eager to get to know you personally, listen to your concerns and priorities, and fully understand what you and your family need. To find an agent that is best suited for your needs, visit their website at bankerslife.com. Insurance solutions, retirement planning, financial management, and everything in between. That's Bankers Life, bankerslife.com. Getting ready to go back green, just making sure everybody is lined up correctly, and the green flag will come back out. Carolina Drilling, a well drilling contractor located in Mocksville, North Carolina, leader in both drilling and blasting in the region. They're proud to return as the sponsor of the Carolina Drilling Blast of the Front Award. This award, one of the coolest on the Smart Series, given to the highest finishing non-Smart Tour winner in the final rundown. A special thanks goes out to Jason Tutterow and everybody at Carolina Drilling. Remember, the Blast of the Front Award goes to the highest finishing non-tour type modified series winner in the finishing order here in races like the Rumble in Rougemont. Mike Christopher leads this one in the 77. Has been very stout in that Gary Putnam-owned ride. But man, he's got Newman right behind him, Ryan Newman, who's eager to get back to victory lane. His daughter, Brooklyn Newman, I believe finished in the top 5 in the Carolina Crate Modified Series, 4th earlier tonight. Great run by Brooklyn. She's going from the dirt to the pavement and doing pretty well in the Crate Modified class. Only her second race, too. That's pretty impressive. Folks, we mentioned that Bankers Life Smarty Trophy, manufactured by Jostens, the most trusted partner in celebrating moments that matter. Their mission resting on 3 simple words: capture, celebrate, inspire. This thought process has led the Smart Modified Tour to develop one of the most unique works of art in all of motorsports, the Smarty Trophy. From the same company that develops championship rings and trophies for NASCAR, the NFL, Major League Baseball, and more, Jostens helped us develop the race and championship-winning hardware that truly embodies the characteristics of all modified racing legends, both north and south. To learn more, visit jostens.com. Here we go. Will that be the first or the last stoppage in this race? The verdict is out on that one. A lot of hungry drivers at the top of this field with just 7 laps to go. Mike Christopher will lead the field back to the green flag. Newman alongside. Cash and Hartwig in the second row. Oh, Cash gets a bump from behind from his teammate Luke Baldwin. Paulie Hartwig on the inside. Christopher has the lead. Hartwig, a dirt racer, turned pavement. 3 wide. Shows Christopher up the track, and Newman back to the front. Wow, and a wreck over in turn number 2. Christopher not going to be happy with that one. Hartwig giving it his all, but drove the 77 up the racetrack and opened the Red Seas for Ryan Newman. Man, right now I'm wishing we had our Racing Electronics race communication. I'd be on the horn with a lot of those drivers. We'll have that back at Hickory next week, Saturday night in Hickory, North Carolina. So just to recap what we just saw there, Christopher with the lead, able to get the jump on Ryan Newman for the restart. Hartwig throws it in there. 8 tires are better than 4. Kind of shoves that 77 up the racetrack ever so slightly, but the bottom groove was open for Newman. He went on the attack. past both the 77 and the 73 to take the lead once again. So with this mix-up, it's Ryan Newman leading this race. There's the 77 of Mike Christopher Jr. But Newman will have the choice at the CitraSafe Grill Cleaners Choose Cone. Paulie Hartwig in that 73 car in second. Joey Coulter, 17th to 3rd now in the Rumble in Rougemont. The 02 will line up in that 3rd spot. 4th, he was just leading this race, the 77 of Mike Christopher Jr. out of Connecticut. 5th place is Jonathan Cash in the Pace-O-Matic 16. Local racer, lives just 15 minutes from Orange County Speedway. And we haven't talked about him too much, but 6th place now. I see a snake slithering right there. Jake Crum in the Mount Airy Toyota machine out of nowhere is right in the thick of things at the end of this race. Was not happy with that car in practice, not happy with it in qualifying, but Jake Crum, Harvey, Tomeno, all of those guys in that team, never say die attitude, and they're right there just outside the top 5 with just 6 laps to go. Behind Jake Crum, in the 7th spot, Luke Baldwin. Baldwin had hit the back bumper of Jonathan Cash on that restart, but Baldwin said he felt bad, I could tell. Going into turn number 1, lifted off the gas, let his teammate slide in front of him, but because of that, Baldwin lost some spots. Behind Baldwin, it's Carson Lofton, Sammy Ramo, and Bryce Bailey in the 15. Six laps to go. Newman, a nice slow pace down in the corner. He fires, he's got the young kid on the inside. Hartwig back to second, can he keep it? Christopher and Coulter side by side. Oh! And Jake Crum gets into the back of the bumper of the 77, but Crum saves it. Close quartered racing here near the conclusion of the Rumble in Rougemont. Now the top 3 all single file. Coulter trying to get back to 3rd. Coulter sitting in 4th, Jonathan Cash in 5th. Cash trying to go to the inside. Now Luke Baldwin, his teammate, to the outside of him. Cash knows his way around this racetrack, but Baldwin so strong on the outside in that Pace-O-Matic 7 VA. Baldwin, the point leader, trying to get back to 5th. 2 laps to go for Ryan Newman. Newman about a 4-car length lead over Paulie Hartwig, who does have one other runner-up finish this year at Anderson in the 2nd race of the year. White flag is out for Ryan Newman. Hartwig in 2nd. Christopher and Coulter, 3 and 4. 5th, Luke Baldwin. The Rocket Man will blast off with his first victory of the year in the Smart Tour, and it comes at Orange County Speedway. Ryan Newman grabs the win. Paulie Hartwig in 2nd. A little congratulatory bump from Paulie Hartwig to Ryan Newman. Veteran and then student. 1 and 2 here. 3rd place, Mike Christopher Jr. 4th is Joey Coulter, and 5th, Luke Baldwin in the Rumble in Rougemont. Ryan Newman, a winner at Orange County Speedway for the Smart Modified Tour. The Rocket Man with the checkered flag today in race number 4 of the season. Ryan Newman, wow, that was a battle right to the checkered flag.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to swallow my pride getting beat by an 8th grader there, so Paulie did an excellent job on a restart there, and I can't thank these guys enough. You know, Randy Renfro and everybody at Coulter Motorsports have worked really hard. We started the season off, and we've made a lot of changes, made a lot of tests, and thank you, buddy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And, you know, everybody's chipped in. I mean, I had Joey and Joe Coulter on my pit crew at Caraway a few weeks ago, so my daughter's handed me the Rumble belt. I mean, how cool is it? How much cooler does it get when she runs 4th in a crate race, right? So just got to thank, you know, we got hydraulic cylinders incorporated on the car this week, and aggressive hydraulics, but Shitty Coolers, can't thank them so much. They've been supporting us for 2 years now. Aggressive Hydraulics, like I said, Montrose Molders, Capital Auto Group, Capital Ford. I'll be pulling somebody's buckling my belt here. I'll be pulling my daughter's car back with a Capital Ford truck tonight. So we thank all you fans for coming out. Flow Racing, such a big advocate for short track racing. Appreciate all that they do for everybody, and just happy to get back in victory lane, man. This has been a hard fight. Well, we 5th race of the year, 4th race of the year here, and fighting back in points. I mean, we started last year with a bunch of 2nds and 3rds, and now we're, you know, now we're on top. We just got to stay on top.
So I got to ask you about the final pass for the lead, because you had a few of them, and it looked like the Red Seas kind of parted for you. What'd you see?
No, I put her on the beach. When Paulie slid to 77 there, I just cut it left, and I didn't know if anybody was there, and it didn't really matter. I was going to try to make a run, and it, you know, we got to the line for the caution, which was a game changer, and then we got a good restart after that. But they don't make these Hoosier collars for neck bands for short neck people like me. I'm sure Kenny Walsh will appreciate that one.
Ryan Newman, what a night for the Newman family. Ryan Newman with the win. Brooklyn in 4th in the Carolina Crate Series. It's good to be a Newman tonight. Newman with the championship belt, as well as a Banker's Life Smarty trophy as well. Haley is there. You talking to me? Okay.
I forgot Montrose Molders, and they're here tonight. So
you did say him, just to let you know.
Well, he's here tonight, so we're going to say it again.
Absolutely. Thank you to Montrose Molders, Shitty Coolers, and everybody. The Newman's going to celebrate here in Pace-O-Matic Victory Lane for the Smart Modified Tour. I'm looking for the New Jersey Speedster. 2nd time a runner-up finish. And Paulie, I want to talk to you about this here tonight, because you had some shots there at the end. What do you think transpired there at the end of the race?
He just schooled me on that restart. We definitely had something when we took our tire there, but it was just, thank you. It was just a tough race. You know, falling back all the way to like 11th. I kind of burned it up there in the beginning of the race there, trying to stay humble, but Blake got me back, calmed down, but I mean, it was a good race. We definitely could have had him, and he's been racing for this so many years. Should be proud of myself. 4th race of the season, pretty good. Two top 3s, so I mean, it was a good race so far.
You know what Newman told me? He said he didn't want to get schooled by an 8th grader here tonight.
I tried. I mean, he's been running modifieds for a while now, so I mean, we definitely tried. This place is really tough because you run the top all the way around. I gotta thank all the guys that came. Blake for spotting me. You know, he could have won last year at the Tech. So my Bobby, my mom, all the guys that came out. Jersey Shore, Morgantini, Surfside Collision, Moyer Trucking, LaJoy Seats, Velasa, Professional Therapy, Iron Revolution, First Horizon, LBI Pest Control, and all the guys that helped us this year.
Before I let you go, let me ask you one more thing. You may be 14 and experienced beyond your years, but you did have a battle with that 77 car. If you had to do it all over again, would you do something different, Paulie?
Just a caution, because I don't want to ruin my reputation just from running someone up the track and put him in the wall. I don't race like that. So, I mean, we could have been like that, but I know I have a career ahead of me. We're getting one of these Smarty trophies this year, so I know that.
Paulie Hartwig the third. Second place here tonight at Orange County. Third place for Mike Christopher Jr. in the 77 for Gary Putnam and his team. Looked like you might have this one, in your back pocket. And then a restart happens, a lot of stuff going on. What do you say about everything?
I mean, I was definitely holding on there at the end. We fired off tight after that, after the change there. But I could hold them off. It's just, someone they must have got a run behind me and just sank it in. And I mean, that's how you got to race here. It is what it is. I really wish we could win this for Gary and his whole crew. They worked really hard today, so I got to give it up to them and everyone that helps us out. Curb Records, Mohawk Northeast, every support sponsor that helps Gary and his operation here. It's fun to race with them. This is my first time here racing with them, and I hope we do some more in the future.
I was going to say, I know you got Stafford Motor Speedway and the SK season coming up, but what about a couple more trips with the Smart Series?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is it's a fun series. I like being a part of it. They're really present on social media and really like to get the drivers out there. So it's good to be a part of it. We'll see if Gary wants to do that in the future. But this was fun. He gave me the call Wednesday, and I said, yeah, I'll show up here. And we qualified good and raced really well. And it is what it is at the end. I really wish I can get it for him, but that's racing.
Mike Christopher Jr., third place run tonight in the Rumble in Rougemont. Folks, did you have a good time? Yeah. The modifieds, man, they are a thrill to watch. We hope to be back here with the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic next year at Orange County Speedway. So for Chris Williams, Pace-O-Matic, Chris's entire staff with the Smart Modified Tour, I'm Bob Dillner saying thank you so much for being passionate race fans, and we'll see you hopefully next year here at Orange County. Plenty more racing still to go here at Rougemont tonight.
A year after I quit smoking, I was diagnosed with peripheral artery disease. I needed surgery to restore blood flow to my legs. Later, I found out smoking also caused my kidney cancer, and I needed surgery to remove my kidney. My tip is, quit now. The sooner you quit, the better.
You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Ninja Frost Vault is drinking food's favorite cooler. It's the only premium cooler with a cold, dry zone that keeps food separate, dry, and fridge temp for days. It lets you enjoy outside without soggy sandwiches inside. You can keep your burgers and brews separate. It unlocks major wins with a dedicated snack drawer. It rolls right over the rough and the rugged. It's where durability meets premium ice retention. Ninja Frost Vault. It's drinking food's favorite cooler.
Wow, you built this?
It was easy once I found the parts.
Guess I just donated my car to science.
Looks like you need a break. The General gives you one with flexible payment options.
Look, a chemical reaction!
Oh! Quick question. Does that thing have an off button? For a great low rate, go with the General.
Hit it again, Jen.
Ninja Frost Vault is drinking food's favorite cooler. The cold, dry zone that keeps food separate, dry, and fridge temp for days. No more soggy sandwiches. Where heavy-duty strength meets premium ice retention. With Ninja Frost Vault.
I'm John. I wanted to quit smoking for years. I tried several different times. Nothing seemed to work for me, but I didn't give up. Eventually, I found the right doctor, and together we came up with a plan that finally worked by using 2 quit smoking medicines and getting counseling. My tip is, keep trying. You only have to quit for good once.
You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Not so fast. The general's coming with you.
Mom!
He gave us a break on our car insurance, and he'll look after you, too.
Yep, with flexible payment options.
Okay, but why is Shaq coming too?
To show you how it's done.
For a great low rate, go with the General.
Okay, race fans, we're about ready to go.
Not so fast. The general's coming with you.
Mom!
He gave us a break on our car